good people get dropped in these situations end up in engaging in behavior that produces more of the very things that they don't want. And if they knew better, they would do better, but they just aren't equipped with these. And you know, in the end, this is my personal belief, Drew. If we're going to reduce, you know, improve quality of life, reduce incarceration, reduce poverty, you know, help people to, you know, live their values, it really, education is one of the most important things, you know, improve our economy. We have to focus in these areas, and education should be structured differently. There's a lot of money thrown into education. I think there's a lot of wasted money. And if we were more judicious with the use of money, like I do believe teachers should be paid more, but I also think they should be trained better. I don't think teachers should be just dropped into the classroom just because they passed some certification exam. You know, teaching is very complex. So I think that, you know, we really want to bring some experts in here, experts that are, you know, school leaders, district leaders, people out of the field, and teacher experts as well. You know, teachers are living this. So we want to get educators in here to talk about what their experience is and what they think that they need. You know, we don't want to be talking at people all the time. We want to find out what they need. So, you know, that was my big inspiration for, you know, coming into, decided to focusing on a podcast in education. You know, what inspires you in this area?
Okay. So for probably the last 10 years, I've traveled all around the country, and I've done a lot of training with educators when it comes to crisis management and prevention. What inspires me is I hear the same problems come up from paraprofessionals, special ed directors, superintendents. I hear it all across the country, from California to Maine. And it's frustrating to me that there could probably be some easy solutions to some of this. A little bit more training, and not very difficult, sophisticated training, but a little bit more training could stop a lot of the crises that occur in education, at least from a behavioral standpoint and a classroom management standpoint.
What kind of problems? What are the patterns of the problems that you're hearing out there, brother?
People aren't sure. Paras and educators aren't exactly sure what they're supposed to do when someone goes into a behavioral crisis. And it leads to a lot of confusion and a loss of morale from staff because they always think they're going to be getting in trouble. It's lack of clarity from policies that administrators have when it comes to behavioral crises in school. So that's what motivates me. That's some of the problems that I see.
Do you have children in school?
I do. I have a 16-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old son.
And how's school been for them?
Not bad. They're back full time, not going virtual anymore. But yeah, no, they're good. They're decent students. They're better than I ever was.
Yeah, that's another crisis in itself, right? Crisis within a crisis here. Right. I mean, the kids having to stay home and throw them back into situations. So I don't know. It's a struggle out there. I know that there are solutions. It's the one thing about our science, right? It doesn't give you the answers, but it does provide us a methodology to determine the solutions. And I think, you know, I'm looking forward to having these guests on here because with the right questions, right, we can find some solutions. And who knows, you know, who knows what we'll come up with? Who knows the type of people that we're going to have on here? Who knows what policymaker might be listening? What the district leader might be listening? What school leader? Because some of the changes, although we talk about them being second order, which are major changes, but there are things right now that it can occur that can make a difference. For example, we were just speaking off air about positive